Teachers and scribes, who at that time were the lawyers of the law, knew the simple truth that God had developed for people to be saved for eternity and to develop a love for Him. Yet they hid this simple truth from the people, substituting the terribly suffocating system of daily rules of living against which Jesus
Matthew
so ran.
23,
verses 23 to 28 say, "Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye are like unto white sepulchres, which indeed appear beautiful outward, but are within full of dead man's bones, and of all uncleanness. Even so, ye also outwardly appear righteous unto men, but within ye are full of hypocrisy and uncleanness." Jesus is clearly speaking here of that dual personality of the member of the secret society. Make no mistake about it, folks. The Pharisee had cleverly and effectively hidden the existence of these satanic beliefs from their subjects, but could not hide it from the omniscient eyes of Jesus, who is God. The Pharisees developed complex systems of oral teaching, and they taught the Jewish people to revere them. Matthew 15, verses 1 to 9. Then came to Jesus scribes and Pharisees, saying, "Why did thy disciples transgress the tradition of the elders? For they wash not their hands when they eat bread." But he answered, "Why do ye transgress the commandments of God by your tradition, ye hypocrites?" Jesus is clearly speaking out strongly against the evil which the secret society Pharisees had perpetrated against the Jewish people, that of creating oral tradition supposedly equal to God's written tradition and written teaching, and in fact actually contradicted God's written word. No one understood how they had been tricked because they did not possess God's written word. That's right. The Pharisees had God's written word, and they were keeping it to themselves. Sounds like the Middle Ages, doesn't it? Pharisees believed that our man is inherently good. Since the Pharisees believed man to be inherently good, they developed a system of salvation based upon what? Based upon works. This system of works was later to be called the Talmud. However, Jesus kept referring to it as the traditions of men. The Bible clearly teaches, however, that man is inherently evil. Therefore, there is absolutely no way that man can perform enough good works to completely atone for his evil. You see, this is what separates the teaching of the Bible from the teachings of all the world's religions. Because the Bible, let me put it up here again, clearly shows that man is inherently evil. Whereas the world's religions, all of them, the opiate to the masses, claims that man is inherently good, and thereby, through a series of good deeds, he can redeem himself. He can't, according to the Pharisees were looking for the promised Redeemer King. You see, both pagan and true Judaic scholars were looking for a Messiah King to arise to lead mankind into new spiritual light and a new material prosperity. However, the pagans of the secret societies were looking for a promised Redeemer, which was far different than what the Bible taught was to come. Consequently, the people were badly misinformed as to what the true Redeemer was going to accomplish. They were looking for the King Redeemer, not ever being told that much messianic prophecy was suffering servant. They were looking for a king, but they got a suffering servant, and the vast majority missed him.